हेलो, नमस्ते एंड वेलकम टू द 21st टॉक्स। अब हम बोलेंगे।
आज के इस खास फीचर वीडियो में हम आपके लिए एक ऐसी ऐतिहासिक गाथा लेकर आ रहे हैं जो आपका भी सर गर्व से ऊंचा कर दे।
On the 21st anniversary of Vijay Diwas, the team of 21st Talks will revisit the historic victory
of the Kargil War. As always, without any further wait, let's roll in the intro.
इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के बीच रिश्ते अच्छे नहीं रहे हैं, ये तो हम सब जानते हैं, लेकिन आज सुनेंगे तो मानेंगे भी। कारगिल युद्ध की शुरुआत शांति समझौते से हुई थी।
It all started on February of 1999 when Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee visited Lahore on a bus to sign the Lahore Declaration. The Lahore Declaration was signed in order to improve the relations between the two hostile neighbors and solve all disputes through dialogue and peace.
इस ट्रिप में पीएम वाजपेयी ने लाहौर डिक्लेरेशन पर साइन किया था, जिसमें दोनों कंट्रीज के न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स के आर्म्स रेस को कंट्रोल में लाने के लिए बहुत सारे प्रस्ताव रखे गए थे। दोस्तों, यह टॉक्स की सिग्निफिकेंस इसलिए बढ़ जाती है क्योंकि हाल ही में इंडिया ने पोखरान में न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट सक्सेसफुली किए थे, जिसके बाद पाकिस्तान ने आर्म्स रेस शुरू कर दी।
More agreements were made on discussing the Kashmir issue bilaterally. However, Prime Minister Vajpayee did not know that a war was waiting at the doorstep of Kashmir. And that is one of the biggest problems with Pakistani bilateral talks. Nobody, including themselves, know who is governing the country in reality. Is it the civilian elected government? Is it a military dictatorship? Or is the country governed by their intelligence services? Because of this primary issue, a lot of bilateral talks with Pakistan usually do not have any fruitful efforts and no substance to it.
In early May, a group of shepherds noticed that Pakistani soldiers, disguised as terrorists, were entering Indian territory in the Batalib sector in the Kargil districts. They started occupying the posts which were vacated by the Indian army due to the inhospitable conditions posed in winter.
Both armies had a mutual agreement of withdrawal and disengagement during the winter months as the climatic conditions were inhospitable and the temperatures dropped down below -20 centigrade.
This intrusion of the Pakistani soldiers was seen as a grave violation of Indian sovereignty.
कारगिल क्षेत्र में यह घुसपैठ स्ट्रेटेजिक एडवांटेज लेने के लिए हुई थी। पाकिस्तान ने हमेशा की तरह यही कहा कि वो हमारे सैनिक नहीं है, लेकिन वहाँ के आर्मी और वहाँ के प्राइम मिनिस्टर के स्टेटमेंट्स जो थे वो तो कुछ और ही बताते हैं।
On 5th of May, the Indian Army sent a patrol team of 5 soldiers to check these areas and investigate the possible intrusion of Pakistani soldiers. Unfortunately, they were caught and brutally tortured to death. Few days prior to this event, the Pakistani side had already started mortar shelling on the Srinagar-Leh highway. The signs were there, friends. Pakistan was preparing for another war in Jammu and Kashmir. And this was no mere coincidence, but a full-fledged preparation in order to cut off the supplies of the Indian Army in the region and weaken their grip in the region that they were soon going to invade.
यह सब के बाद इंडियन आर्मी ने पाकिस्तान आर्मी के इंट्रूजन एंड एक्सपांशन को रोकने के लिए और इंडियन टेरिटरी को डिफेंड करने के लिए ऑपरेशन विजय लॉन्च कर दिया। Both the countries were now on war.
Heavy shelling was conducted by the Indian Army by their artillery across the LOC. The Indian Air Force joined the battle by launching the Operation Safed Sagar and deployed their MiG-21s, MiG-23s, MiG-27s, Jaguars and their modified Mi-17 helicopters. These aircrafts rained fire on the Pakistani positions and conducted multiple bombing raids. However, this bombing campaign was not very successful and effective as the Pakistani soldiers had a constant stream of supplies of ammunition, reinforcements and rations. The Indian armed forces hoped to find a supply base of the Pakistani intruders so that they could cut off their supplies and leave them stranded on the icy heights of Kargil.
A Jaguar aircraft found a supply depot-like structure near the Munto Dhalo region of the LOC. And this was one of the major supply centers of the Pakistani army. Tents full of supplies to replenish these soldiers for months were there, along with hundreds of troop reinforcements. Destroying this supply center would mean a very big victory in the battle for the Indian Army, which would make them even one more step closer to the victory in the war.
जैसे ही यह जानकारी हमें प्राप्त हुई, हमने तुरंत ही ग्वालियर एयरबेस से फौरन मिराज 2000 के 2 स्क्वाड्रन फॉरवर्ड एयरबेस के लिए भेज दिए। इसने जल्द ही सप्लाई डिपोट को अपने लेजर गाइडेड बॉम्ब से ध्वस्त कर दिए। इससे सेना का उन पर आक्रमण करना आसान हो गया और उनके मनोबल में भी वृद्धि हुई।
इंडियन आर्मी ने 9 जून को 2 की पोजीशंस पर भारतीय तिरंगा फिर से लहराने के लिए ऑपरेशन लॉन्च कर दिया। धीरे धीरे इंडियन आर्मी पाकिस्तानी आर्मी को पीछे ढकेलती गई। जल्द ही टोलोलिंग पर भारतीय तिरंगा फिर से लहराने वाला था।
The Battle of Tololing gave India heroes like Captain Vikram Batra, who fought the Pakistani soldiers valiantly until his last breath before attaining martyrdom. Captain Batra and his battalion of 13 Jammu and Kashmir Rifles was instrumental in the capture of point 5140 and point 4875. He repopularized the slogan "Ye Dil Mange More", which was originally made by Pepsi. This slogan was chanted by him
and his battalion after the capture of point 5140.
Captain Batra was so feared by the Pakistani army that they nicknamed him as Sher Khan or Sher Shah. On the fateful day, while capturing the point 4875 in the Batalik sector, Captain Vikram Batra, while rescuing one of his army teammates who was injured in the war, was shot by a sniper and he died and attained martyrdom. He was awarded the Paramveer Chakra, the highest wartime gallantry award in the armed forces, posthumously, and a very well-deserved award for a brave heart of this proud motherland.
लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल वाई.के. जोशी, जो कि अब लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल बन चुके हैं, वो उस समय कैप्टन बत्रा के कमांडिंग ऑफिसर थे। उन्हें भी वीर चक्र से सम्मानित किया गया।
दूसरी ओर पाकिस्तान पर अमेरिका का प्रेशर बढ़ रहा था। प्रेसिडेंट क्लिंटन के कहने पर पीएम नवाज शरीफ ने आर्मी के सप्लाईज और रीइंफोर्समेंट्स को भी बंद करा दिया था। अब इंडिया का फोकस टाइगर हिल पर था।
Tiger Hill was the last bastion of the Pakistani intruders in the Indian territory. The Battle of Tiger Hill was one of the most intense battles witnessed in the Kargil War. The task of recapturing of Tiger Hill was given to the 18th Battalion of the Grenadiers.
This battle also saw many brave hearts. One, a young soldier called Yogendra Yadav, part of his platoon, who managed to kill 4 Pakistani soldiers with his bare hands, even after which he was shot by 21 bullets. But his willingness to defend his motherland did not stop him. His injuries did not stop him, and he fought on the enemies, regardless of all the injuries incurred on his body. For this bravery, he was awarded the Paramveer Chakra, and he is one of the 3 recipients of the Paramveer Chakra who are still alive and have lived to tell their tale.
अगले ही दिन पीएम नवाज शरीफ यूएस पहुंच गए, जहां प्रेसिडेंट क्लिंटन ने उनसे कहा कि जल्द से जल्द अपनी सेना को वापस बुला लें, क्योंकि हमेशा से ही पाकिस्तान पर यूएस का एक इन्फ्लुएंस रहा है। इसीलिए पाकिस्तानी आर्मी ने जल्द से जल्द विड्रॉल शुरू कर दिया। 11 जुलाई तक इंडियन आर्मी ने बेतालिक सेक्टर पर अपना कब्जा कर लिया। 14 जुलाई को ऑपरेशन विजय की सफलता के बारे में पीएम वाजपेयी ने घोषणा कर दी और 26 जुलाई तक दुश्मनों का सफाया करके भारत ने विजय दिवस घोषित कर दिया।
However, the victory came at a steep cost. 527 soldiers and 1 Air Force pilot were killed, whereas 1,300 soldiers were injured in the action.
Indian Army claimed that somewhere around 750 to 1,200 Pakistani soldiers have been killed, whereas Pakistani Army Chief of that time, General Parvez Musharraf, claims that only 357 Pakistani soldiers have been killed in action. However, the situation on ground tells a different story. Indian Army buried 2,000 bodies of Pakistani soldiers, which Pakistani establishment refused to accept. This shows the professionalism of Indian Army and the unprofessionalism of the Pakistani Army to the world.
The 1999 Kargil War once again reiterated that India has no expansionist ambitions. However, India will also not shy away from defending its sovereignty, its territory, and its people when it comes to foreign aggressors. A lot of security lapses, intelligence lapses, communication lapses, and infrastructure lapses happened, which led to the eventual Kargil War. for which the Indian Army made a special committee in order to review the entire war, look at its drawbacks, and learn from their mistakes, which is a sign of a world-class army.
So that's it for this edition of the 21st Talks. We hope that this inspiring story of Kargil War reminds you of the great sacrifices that our brave soldiers gave for the freedom we enjoy.
Until then, keep asking the right questions and keep searching for the right answers. This is Keshav Jha signing off from the 21st Talks. अब हम बोलेंगे.